Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Double T's Treasures. Today's video is going to be my top 15 sales over $50 that I had for the month of August 2021. And also I'm going to share my bottom 2 sales that I had for that month. These will be 2 items that I will probably never pick up again, that took a very long time to sell or just did not make me a good profit, and we'll go over that. These top 15 sales over $50 are items that you can find anywhere. They're not anything special, and I wanted to share them with you just in case you run across them. This will give you a little bit of a reference on how much you could possibly make from them. Most of these sales did come from my eBay store, and a couple of them came from my Poshmark closet. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you're a frequent flyer, thanks for coming back. And let's get into this video. First sale that I want to show is this vinyl tube chair that I found. I found this at the Goodwill in Ocean Springs. I paid $15 for it, and I sold it for $100 plus shipping. I shipped it UPS. I believe it only cost me around $20 to $25 to ship. So if you find these tube chairs, whether or not they're the long lounge chair like this or the regular sit chair, they're definitely worth picking up if you can get them for the right price. Next up, we have this plum flip phone. Yes, it's a flip phone. I found this at Crate & Barrel. It is a Amazon liquidator store located in Wiggins, and they do one-day only sales only on Saturdays. And they mark their stuff for the first hour that they're open is $20. The next hour that they're open, they drop to $10, and then it goes so on and so forth. But they are only open on Saturdays. And I definitely have a video about this. I can link it for you at the end of this video. Next up is this Pet Safe wireless collar. I sold this for $69 plus free shipping. And I also bought this at Crate & Barrel on the same day for $20. Next, we have a DVD. It's a WWF WrestleMania #1, and I sold it for $52 plus free shipping. This is a large WWF lot that I picked up off of Facebook Marketplace. I paid $150 for all of it, and I still have quite a few DVDs left, and I'm already in the green. Next up is a Remington cordless shaver. I sold it for $57 plus free shipping, and I also bought it at Crate & Barrel for $20. Next up, we have these New Balance Hero Trail shoes. They were women's. I kind of wanted them for myself. I paid up for them a little bit. I paid right around, I think, $14 or $15 for these at the Goodwill, but they didn't fit me. They were too big, so I sold them for $50 plus free shipping. Next are a pair of Karl Lagerfeld. They were these platform slides, leather, white, very pretty. They were brand new. They'd never been worn before. I paid $9.99 for them at the Goodwill, and I sold them for $79 plus shipping. It did take me a couple of months, but still a great profit. I will wait 2 months, no problem. Next was a super cool sale. I sold this Minnesota Vikings Satin starter bomber jacket. Love this jacket. I sold it for $60 plus shipping, and I believe I got this in a Goodwill blue box. I'm almost positive I got it in one of my vintage Goodwill blue boxes. It did take quite a while to sell, and that's probably because it did have a pretty decent sized cigarette burn on the back of it, which I disclosed, and it sold anyway. So that just proves it doesn't have to be perfect, especially when it's vintage. Next up is this cool Jams World. It was like a Hawaiian shirt, men's Hawaiian shirt. I think I paid maybe $2 for this at the Catholic thrift store. Their clothing there is like super cheap, and I sold it for $50 plus free shipping. So look out for that Jams World. Here's another item to look out for. I got this, actually I bought 2 of these, but only one of them made the list because the other one I sold on a best offer, which I really shouldn't have. The only reason I did is because this lady kept emailing me back and forth, and she really wanted it, and yeah, we all hear that. So Anyway, I ended up taking a best offer. I think it was for like 45 or something like that from her, but no worries. I mean, I've definitely made plenty of money on it. But it's called Spirit of Courage. You can tell by the pattern of the blouse that it's just very artsy. Like it had dragonflies, very kind of like tie-dye. It had very vivid colors in it. So it's kind of easy to pick out if you're just thumbing through racks. I'll show a picture of the tag. Hopefully I have a picture of the tag that I can show up here too so that you can see what the tag itself looks like. But these sold super fast. I had 2 of them. This one ended up selling for $50 plus shipping. I sold them both of them, probably within 2 days, maybe 3 of listing them on eBay. They had super fast interest in them, and I got both of these on a New Orleans thrift trip that my husband and I went to. So if you want to see any of those videos, just type in New Orleans, and I have 2 videos from when we went there because it was a large haul that day, and we went to, I think, like 3 different stores. So this was actually came out of the Goodwill that we went to. Next up is a Bible. I always look at the Bibles or religious books whenever I go to estate sales. This one was called the New Jerusalem Bible. Usually hardbacks are $5 or less, and softbacks are usually around $1 at my estate sales. I did get this one on a half off day, so I probably paid $2.50 for it because it was a hardback, and I sold it for $55 plus shipping. So if you're at estate sales, usually look at if you're not like totally into books or anything, go ahead and look up like any type of religious material, and you can usually make a pretty decent profit off of books. Next is this big old plush I got. It was a vintage bear in the Big Blue House. If you remember him, he was pretty large. He was like a jumbo size. I bought him at a garage sale for $3, I believe. And I bought it on the same day that my husband and I went to the Crate and Barrel. There was a garage sale like right across the street. So we went to the garage sale first, and I think I bought 2 things from there, and I know I sold both of those items already from that garage sale, but this was one of them. I sold this for $50 plus free shipping. So sometimes it is worth looking at the plush. Not all plush, but some plush can bring you really good money. And the last thing for eBay that we have is this Armani Mania. It was perfume cologne for men, and I bought this at American Thrift Store. You can also find a video on this one as well. The lady had just brought this out from the back, and I saw it in the buggy before she was going to put it on the rack, and I sniped it out of there. So I think I paid $6.99 for it, and I sold it for $125 plus free shipping. So don't skip out on perfumes, colognes. They are highly sought after, and every bottle I've ever bought I have sold really fast. Okay, so now we're going to move on to my Poshmark. I only had 2 sales. One was this Packers jacket. It was actually a 2-in-1. It was 2 different jackets that you got. I'm surprised it took as long as it did to sell, but it did. Maybe nobody likes the Packers. I don't know. I'm a Bears fan, but I'm sure there are some Packers fans out there somewhere. Anyway, I sold it for $50. Obviously, they paid shipping because that's how it works on Poshmark most of the time. The next one was these Tony Llama boots. These also took a long time to sell. I sold them for $60 plus shipping. However, the reason they did take a long time to sell was the size. I believe they were a narrow size, and they were smaller. I think maybe they were like a size 8 or 9 maybe. So they were a smaller size too, and like a triple E. So I'm pretty sure that's why they took a while to sell. But either way, I would have picked them up. I think I paid less than $5 for those at a garage sale. And the Packers jacket, I bought that, I'm telling you, a long time ago. I bought that, I believe, at a Goodwill on one of the opening days of one of the new Goodwills. So if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, then you know that that was quite a while ago, because we haven't gotten a brand spanking new Goodwill in quite some time. So yeah, I've had that for a good year plus, I would say. All right, there is the top 15 I had. That's not all of my sales, but those are all ones that I believe anybody can come across. over 50. And now I'm gonna give you the bottom ones of the month. I went through them all, and these are probably two that I would never pick up again, and I'm gonna tell you why. The first one is a pair of Stuart Weitzman's shoes. Two reasons. One, these were a narrow, and I did not catch it when I bought them. And two, Stuart Weitzman does not sell for me. Every pair that I've ever picked up has either sat for a really long time and I've had to keep dropping the price of it, or I don't know what it is. Just for me, I cannot sell Stuart Weitzman. And I watch other resellers and they have no problem reselling it. Tell me in the comments if you can resell it, or if you don't, do you even bother picking it up? Do you have like a certain price point? To be honest, I've had these so long, I don't even remember what I paid for them. That's how long it is that I've had them. And I had my store around right before Labor Day on 30% off on my eBay store on like over 500 items. And these sold on that 30% off. And I was super happy about it. I was like, no problem. Whatever you offer me at this point, I'm gonna take it. So I ended up selling those, I think, for 13 bucks, and they paid shipping. I would not pick these up again for sure. Stuart Weitzman and I we just don't mesh. We just don't get along. You guys have brands like that where you just don't get along. Well, that's one of mine. And then the next one is Nike baseball cleats. I cannot sell Nike baseball cleats to save my life. This pair right here was retail arbitrage. I've had it for 2 years minimum. I bought them at Ross. I do not remember what I paid for them, and I was happy to see them go. When somebody offered me 20 bucks, sure, no problem, but I'm never picking up baseball cleats again. Cleats are just not my deal. I don't do well with cleats, and yeah, I know a lot of people do. Maybe I just don't have enough knowledge about them. I don't know, but cleats is just not something that I'm interested in. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Give it a big fat thumbs up for me if you don't mind, and hit that little subscribe button down there. I hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.